woman to ask herself, if everything in my life, the systems, financial systems in my life stopped.
Yeah.
I walk into my job and I'm told we're done. Or something has failed with the system. Let's say you're paid on the 24th or the 30th.
Yeah.
That's which most people are paid that time. The system, and you walk in and HR tells you, sorry, the 25th, the money has not landed. The system failed. What do you do? And we're not going to be up and running for the next 2 months. That is a concept every woman should have in her head. And sometimes that system is a spouse.
Yeah.
But we don't realize that even his income can fail.
True.
Yeah. Or the relationship can fail. Sometimes it's parents. It's a business as well. But you're like, if a client doesn't pay,
Then
what happens? Yeah. So as a woman, you just ask, because what disturbs women is that if something happens, then I can't think. And women, we're not good at thinking under stress. Yeah, no, we are not. That's not where we operate
Absolutely
from. Yeah?
not, yeah.
So ask yourself, if my system failed, whatever your current financial system is, what do I have that will work for me for 3 months or 6 months or a year or 2 years? Will rent be paid? Will school fees be paid? Will I be able to take care of myself as I figure out plan B?
Plan B.
So do not, women do not, because after 16 years of centonomy, I have just had to sit in front of people crying in front of me.
Yeah.
Do not depend on any system other than yourself. I'll just say that honestly, because of what I have seen. Yeah. Because everybody else is a human being just like you.
Yes.
So if your system is reliant on, we hope someone will just do what they're supposed to do for the rest of their life, that my expectations on this will be kept for the rest of my life. Yeah. No, after 16 years, I have seen too much drama, even in business, in relationships, So build your own system. It is not a luxury for a woman to be financially independent. It is a necessity.
A necessity.
It is just like the way you pay rent, just like the way we breathe. It is a necessity for a woman to have her own financial resources.
Why? Tell me that.
So that she can
do you think
your life,
what are that a
your
woman
life, ladies, your life is nobody's responsibility.
It's your own.
It's your own.
Yeah.
Even let's go beyond just making, putting food on the table. What do you want? Do you want to be able to go on a holiday? That's you. So think about yourself. You have to. I think we have to value ourselves enough. When you come to a place where you value yourself, you value what God created you to do. You value the experiences you want to give yourself in life. You value your ability to give your kids what you want. Actually say, whose responsibility is that? Are my dreams going to be hung on to somebody else's willingness to give me permission? That is why I say it's because wealth is not about just making ends meet. It's about exiting this world and say, I lived the best life I could live. And money was a tool for that. And agency over that money is my responsibility.
And I really like that. Because you see, most of our parents, so to speak, like this was so different.
Yes.
So the men would go out to work. Maybe the woman stays at home. Even if they went to work, the man would stay with the provider.
The roles
were traditional. And I've seen quite a number of women of that age who are quite humbled when their husbands either died or the relationship didn't work out. And the women had to now go back to, where do we start from? How do we do this? How do I sustain my children in this school? How do I even pay my bills? Like even water bill and even the rent. So I love this new way of thinking. and it's very different from how we were brought up. I like that you're saying that it's important that a woman has her own money.
I think even in a relationship, let it be a partnership, not a dependency. Not a dependency. So we're not saying now don't work with your husband and assume the worst is going to be happening. But imagine a partnership of equals. Even it doesn't mean you're bringing the same thing all the time, but even you know your own ability to generate is there. And what's happening in many relationships, when a woman is also not equal or not considered equal, then they lose voice.
True.
So then they don't have a say. Who are you to tell me that we should not buy that plot of land? It's my money. But that whole is a whole other conversation. Whether it's really my money, but it's a whole other conversation. Because it leads to women's work also that is and we are not paid for unpaid labor, care work. So I think we have to have a whole session around the thinking around unpaid labor for women.
Yeah.
But for women, I'm just saying that because even you find with the generation of our parents, how much voice did our mothers actually have regarding the financial affairs of the house? And I think when you realize with money, it is first of all from a lot of your childhood experiences become how you also think or believe, and it leads to your patterns. So what's happening in today's dynamic, because things have shifted, people are like, hi, in this day and age, we need 2 incomes. Many women are finding themselves breadwinners. Actually, that is the truth.
True.
But what has not changed is the psychology of society. So patriarchal systems and mindsets are still there.
Yes.
So you might find even a woman is earning more, but she's guilty, feeling guilty about it. You're spending it on yourself, because what she saw is, no, the women don't earn more.
They have to be
men earn more. So it's causing such friction in relationships. Yeah, but you're right, it is a new way of thinking that women now have to embrace. And even if it doesn't mean you may not be earning equal, but it is your right to have a voice.
Yes.
And your right to also know, I need to also take responsibility for the things I want to do in my own life.
Okay.
I'm just thinking, when a woman earns more, like, do you think they still command the same respect, or rather, whether would they still be humble enough to? Maybe it's also another class.
It's also another class.
You need to be humble.
We'll have one conversation called the breadwinner dilemma.
It's called the breadwinner dilemma.
Because it's a dilemma.
The breadwinner, and still expected to be humble and respect your partner.
Yeah, that's a whole conversation, because typically we thought man is supposed to provide, and we defined provision as financial provision. Yeah, that is how provision was defined. Yeah, so you see, our parents ahead of us, that is what signified you are the provider. Are you paying the bills? Now, when the woman, because of the opportunities that have opened up for women, and not just that, women's own, me, I'm empowered, I'm going to go for it. Yeah. So there's 2 things, not just that the opportunities open up for women. No one's giving us free things even now.
We worked so hard for them.
We worked hard for them. We went, figured out ourselves, went for courses, etc. So women are advancing. They decided to advance themselves. So they are earning more.
Yes.
Now you have a relationship where both of you were brought up with that image of man is a provider. So the woman is sitting with guilt, a sense of it's right, but I'm feeling wrong about it because of what I saw as a child. And the man is also feeling the same way. So it requires a whole change of mindset of what does provision actually mean? What does respect in this relationship actually mean? Money cannot be the definition of how a relationship is handled anymore.
Okay.
We made money the definition. I have power because I have money. I have voice because money. Now we have to put money in its place. You are a tool, a function. To help us achieve certain things, but you cannot be the decision maker.
Absolutely.
I love saying that I love what I can do with money.
You love
I love money, but I love what I can do with money.
I want to ask Washake a very practical question.
Yeah.
Because someone in my DM is asking me, suppose I earn an amount 100 to 200,000. A direct question is, what practical lifestyle should they adopt, and how can they grow their wealth from a monthly income of around, let's say, 150K? Are there any practical moves? This is someone who is probably a single lady.
Yes, okay.
She's working, but she does not have a family to take care of. So how does she grow her money?
Okay. One, I'll tell her, even before we talk about growing her money, I'll just go back to what I mentioned.
Yes.
Have you put money somewhere safe that if something happened to you for 3 months,
that
you can take care? So if you're earning 200,000, do you have 600,000 that for 3 months takes care of your lifestyle? So stop going for crazy things that will grow your money. Something happens to your job and you can't even pay your rent. So let's take care of you. That's the first step. Because I think once people have that solid base, then you know, okay, when I'm planning my money, at least I'll have 3 months, and we can even get it to higher higher as we go along, that at least I can take care of myself for this amount of time. So that's her first step.
That's the first concern.
Then the next step is not being told what to invest. And women, please be careful. Do not let people take advantage of your ignorance. Yeah, because you are the CEO of your money. Please remember that. So as a CEO, money is your employee. You are supposed to give money a job description. What job description have you given money? So because there are people who sell you products and financial products. I'm not saying that they are wrong, but remember, people selling financial products will earn whether you lose your money or not.
Or no, that's true.
So if I'm selling financial products and I meet you and you're telling me I have 200,000, I don't know what to do with it. I'll show you. Come. So, what's the JD for the money? So I'd ask her, what do you want to save for?
What's the JD for?
What's the JD for the money? What do you want to save for? Yeah. So it could be in maybe X amount of time I want to buy a car, X amount of time I want to have my own home. Yeah. It could be I just want a fund. I don't know if she has kids, for my school fees, for my, I'm just giving various goals that women may have.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as by the end of the year or then and see, I would really like to take myself to Zanzibar for a holiday. Yeah. So write down your goals. Yeah. Or in 10 years, I want to have income that is coming in, the same 150,000 coming in without me having to work for it. So write down those goals. Then whatever you now invest in, I can't give her a two-minute investment plan. Yeah, come to Centonomy. Yeah, whatever. But it's really saying, okay, each of these goals will require money to do something. So money will always do three things, no matter how complicated you call what people are investing in. All these things are people. I would name products on the show because I don't want to endorse anybody.
Please, thank you.
But you'll always find they're doing three things. Keeping your money safe, like that's what I called is called an emergency fund, where you have 3 months of money. Keeping money safe, where if something happens, I can access it. And women, we need money apart from ourselves. We need, sometimes people are taking care of parents and they're like, if anything happens to them, it's me who's still taking care of my elderly parents. Okay. So that's your responsibility. Fine. Yeah. It will grow the value of your money. So for example, my child will be going to college in 10 years. I would like him to go to X college, Strathmore, whatever it is. Yeah, that college costs X amount today. It will not cost the same amount. Let's say per semester it's 500,000 shillings. Yeah, it will not cost 500,000 shillings in 10 years. So the money must grow.
The money,
it cannot stay as 500,000 because you'll walk over and they'll be like, sorry, which intakes do you think we're doing for because money, things get more expensive over time. That's actually what inflation is. Just things getting more expensive over time. So you have to grow the value of that money. And this is so important because sometimes you may people get all these education products, but they've not done the calculation. They've not realized it's assured me of the same amount, but 10 years later.
10 years later.
Yeah, so, no, you need that. So, you need something different. So now you have to look, what products actually grow the value of the money. Then the last thing money will do is generate an income. Yeah? I can just use one example. Usually, if you put money in a treasury bond, it gives you an income every 6 months of a certain amount of money. So it's generating an income. Why do you need an income? Because at some point in time you want to have grown things that generate income. If I have an apartment, I'm just giving examples. I'm not saying go out and buy an apartment. I'll have a tenant, whether or not I'm working, that I'm getting rent. So I'll need income replacement at some point in time in my life. So start by writing a JD. And I just want to give my story a bit here. Don't underestimate the value of small amounts of money. This is the calculation that started Centonomy, 300 bob. Because I left employment thinking things will just work out overnight. And of course, lo and behold, that doesn't happen. And one day when I'm broke, when you're broke is when you realize that money you used yesterday. Have you ever been in that situation? Like the money you used yesterday. Everyone knows. When you're sitting with literally no money. And when I say literally no money, did I really need where the ATM has laughed at you for trying to withdraw money? That's what I mean. I realized I used to spend 300 bob on lunch. That was years ago, yeah. And 300 bob, think about it. And that was even before the days of it's so accessible, Pessah.
Yeah.
But think about it, 300 bob, 500 bob today. How, by the end of the day, what will you have sent someone? Everybody probably listening here will have spent more than that.
300 bob.
300 times 30, that's a month, 9,000 shillings. 9,000 shillings times 12, that's a year. 108,000 shillings. By these small amounts of money
that you spend on a day.
So if anybody is sitting here,
Ellen is guilty,
thinking I don't have, Washeke is talking nice things, but I don't have money. 300 bob.
Yeah, how do you grow that discipline? I'd really want to know, because there's someone listening, or even in the masterclass together. So you're there, you've not practiced any of this.
Yes.
You don't have any savings in your account, but at least you have an income.
Okay. You have an income.
So how do you grow that discipline?
So what I'll tell you what I did when I realized the 300 bob, because I was like, that's nice. First of all, I identified where was the 300 bob going. Lunch. So what is the solution around lunch? Carry packed lunch. I'm not telling people to starve themselves, because think about it, food at home is just going to waste, is being thrown away. You don't finish what was eaten at dinner, etc. So carry packed lunch.
And it costed money to
buy. So I didn't, my groceries didn't go up because I'm carrying lunch.
No, it
didn't. So first of all, identify where is it going. So even I tell people, even for the next week, just track. You won't. This is about developing a proper relationship with money. Every amount you spend over the next week,
track your
or
money.
the next month, before we have this show again, over the next month, track your money. So by the time we come back, people can say, okay, that I tracked money for 1 month. They can maybe write to you or DMs and call in and say, we tracked money and this is actually what happened. Then now work ahead of the money. Since I knew it was 9,000, 10,000 shillings a month. Now set up a standing order or something where that 10,000 immediately is removed once your salary or whatever, however your money comes in. Yeah. So you don't, by the time you're going to use your money, the 10,000 bob has left into savings. Because that's now, otherwise you're so right, you can replace that 9,000 bob with another something. Nothing. So, So now remove it. Literally remove it from your account before you can access it.
Before you access it.
So stop your own access to your own money. Set up systems to stop your access. Do not wait to have money at the end of the month to save.
Sure.
Yeah, save fast. Yeah.
Before spending.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about one of my disciplines after the break. We're taking a break, Ellen.
I think we can. This masterclass is so good. I think we can do another 10 minutes.
Okay,
another 10 minutes
before the break.
Yeah,
because I think the discipline part is what is really, 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 really important. So there's something I've been practicing. I believe in giving tithe.
Yeah.
So when I get like 1,000 bob, it's 1,000 shillings. I'll send 100,000, 100 shillings. Like I'll do 10%.
Yeah.
And then I'll do 100 shillings to my money market fund.
Good. Yeah.
I don't know whether those are the small things that I'm doing, but over time I've seen the benefit of especially the money market fund. Because I'm like, okay, fine, I'm growing it, and I'm going to use the 800 shillings. Instead of the 1,000. The 1,000 bob as opposed to the 800 shillings. So what are these other ways that somebody can stay disciplined and avoid and maybe grow their wealth, and how do you start investing it now to this step 3? How do you start now generating an income from the money that you earn? Suppose you're employed, you can't say like you're earning from any other place. Maybe you don't have like any side gigs, so it's maybe your main income. So how do you grow that, and how do you achieve your dreams with that income?
Okay, you are not going to achieve your dreams with your current income.
Oh.
Are we going to just
No, this is a masterclass. This is a masterclass.
Let's drop the truth.
I think, honestly, are we going to waste time here?
Let's speak the truth.
If you tell me you're earning 100,000 shillings and you want to buy a house in I don't know where, am I going to tell you? Am I going to lie to you?
Exactly.
That's enough. I think you're having this masterclass. This is not this is not to make women comfortable.
Yes.
Our work is not to make you comfortable.
It has to be very disruptive. Yeah.
True.
Sure.
So, first, you have to understand currently what you are doing with money and where there is wastage. Because it doesn't matter if your income, and I'm talking about income from all perspectives, even business. It doesn't matter if your income is doubled if the same habits follow it.
Okay.
So you see, unlike Becky, who has a habit of immediately doing her 10% tithe, her 10%, that is so important to set up those routine behaviors that you stop thinking about. Yeah, because that means even if it's 200,000, you'll still do that same 10%.
You'll still do the 10%.
300, then one day you'll evaluate and say maybe it should be 15%, maybe it should be 20%. But the habit has been formed. And where we mostly struggle is we're saying, how do I start? What we're really asking is, how do I start walking? You start walking with like the small habits she's actually said. So let's not wait to multiply our money before we actually start.
Okay.
So first of all, know where is your money. That's why we call it, people don't like it, the word, but it's true. It's just their budget.
Yes.
You earn 100,000 shillings. Where is money going? So you can say, actually, it looks like I can save 10,000 or 5,000 or 20,000. Don't think how it's too small. Just start saving it. I don't know where to invest, but your savings account is empty. What are we investing? So even as we walk through the journey of understanding where you should invest, even though you learned everything today, where is the money to invest? And what happens is, and I don't know, Becky, if you've realized it, by having now money in the money market, you now start questioning, what else can I do?
Yes.
So I always tell people in the classes, enter the bus. The bus is going on a journey, but trust, stop sitting at the bus stop. Nothing happens at the bus stop.
Nothing happens
enter
at the
bus with
Start
your
moving.
money. Start moving, okay? Then as you're there, you'll be like, okay, for my goals, maybe this is fine for my short-term goals, but there are others that clearly will require me to earn money. See, we're all about taking control of our lives and having agency of our lives. Make a plan to earn more money. So if my salary is 100,000, but now you've set an agenda, remember you're giving it a JD. Then by next year, we have to be earning 150,000. The most important question is not to know the answer today, but it is to be able to ask yourself constantly and disturb yourself, how am I going to do that? So in Centonomy, we teach something called non-financial assets. So there's salary, first of all, in your job or in your business. That's the most practical way. What do I have to do in my job to earn a bonus? What do I have? You start being proactive in your head. Even go and find out how other people getting promotions.
Do I need to go back to school?
Do I need to go back to school? Be practical in your career. Upskill. So you now take a proactive. You're not waiting, sitting, hoping the boss notices you. It will never happen.
Like I have a goal.
I'm sure you guys didn't get here. I'm sure you didn't get this show by waiting for the boss to be noticed. Yeah,
and it's the continuous improvement that you're talking about. It's every day trying to do things. In a better way. So be proactive. So what does it take? Okay, I can get a promotion, but what does that promotion do? So now you are there. And then saying, I have this time past work hours, weekends. What do I do with it? What do I do with it? Some people figure out, I didn't know I was a great landscaper.
Now here you are.
You are. I can earn this. Hi, you have a house. I can landscape for you. etc. So people, we were not made to be one thing. So probably what you do, your job, is a fraction of your giftings.
What if we ended this show here today? Say that again. We were not made to be
just one person, one thing, one role in life. No. So what can you also do? I think doing Centonomy has just helped me. First, I started it off as a teacher. Then I realized, I can write articles. Then I can write a book. I can podcast. I can do this. And then there's other content I create that is outside money and business completely. So you just realize,
and they're all income generating activities.
Some are but some will be in the future. You experiment. When I first started writing articles, nobody paid me anything. So it's also but now it became a book at some point. Willingness to just even if you're not earning something today, or it's so little, it's your first landscaping job and they're only paying you 5K, take it. Don't say it's too much. My rate was 100K. My rate card is, you can't have a rate card from zero.
You're a beginner with your rates.
You're a beginner with the rates of someone who's been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah.
Not possible,
Yeah.
because the industry standard is.
Yes. Because, I saw it and I know this person charges this much. It's your beginning.
And women, we do so much work for free. You're always the one your friend calls to plan birthday parties, and you do it.
Yes.
You can be a party planner.
But you can be a party planner.
Wow.
Some people can bake. Some people are good at public speaking. Others people are realizing, okay, behind the scenes, I'm really good with this. I seem to be getting this AI thing very well. There's so many people struggling how to figure it out.
Yeah.
So you're not limited. Yeah. So I think stop looking at yourself. If this one thing doesn't make me all the money in the world, because your employer is, again, it is not their responsibility to meet your dreams.
Absolutely not.
It's yours. So they may meet a portion of them with what they pay you, but but what else are you doing with the time? And when we really investigate what we're doing with our time.
You're speaking this on a long holiday where people are wasted.
And I'm not saying don't rest, but for the whole year, if you look at the hours, it could be the courses we are saying we don't have time to do. It could be the business or side hustles that we're saying we don't have time to start.
Or learn to bake or do something.
Or learn something that
a skill that can earn you money.
A skill that can earn you money. But because we work with people all the way to people who are retiring, I must give women credit, their ability to reinvent. Yes, I was working this corporate job all my life, but shortly after class I came and now I'm so happy, I'm doing landscaping, I'm Zumba. So women, we have another ability to reinvent ourselves. Yeah.
And it works. I love that about women.
Yeah, I love it as well.
We can really reinvent ourselves and become the best at everything, really.
At everything that we
are
do.
The queens of what is it called? Like the master, jack of all trades. We can even become masters.
And I think that's skill, Do you have kids?
Yes, I do.
Do you have kids? Yes. Now, when you have kids, once you get that child, you start thinking, your mind starts operating on another frequency, because you think 10 steps ahead at all possible times. So I want to tell women that gift you use for running your household, things that people just expect you to use.
Yes.
And bringing up your kids and being 10 steps ahead of everybody at any given point in time is the same superpower you can use to make money. So just already remember, you're sitting
just monetize it. Monetize
it. Monetize it. So please don't sit understanding, this wealth thing, this money thing is beyond me. You've raised that child. Imagine nothing is beyond you.
What?
Imagine you've organized all the way for somebody's life. Nothing is beyond you.
Wow.
It is just taking that same ability and saying,